Why I'm done hiking the Grand Canyon. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you being here. I apologize if this video is going to be a little bit rambling, but let me give an explanation of why I'm done with the Grand Canyon. There are actually probably four reasons. The first is more philosophical. As you all know, if you have been watching my channel, you know that I recently turned 74, and 3 weeks ago I did the third jewel of the Triple Crown and hiked rim to river to rim. So one of the problems that I regularly wrestle with, and I really don't have much of an answer, is I just don't know what's normal for me. I don't know what's normal in terms of reasonable expectations for body performance for a man who started his 75th year. You know, one of the things that astonishes me is I'm still in regular contact with my classmates, high school classmates, and we graduated over 55 years ago. And in fact, interestingly enough, it was 60 years ago this month we all started high school together. And I've been astonished at how many of my classmates have already passed on. And I was talking to a fellow the other day about doing a rim-to-rim hike and telling them how I feel like, I still feel like I'm 40. And he said, well, yeah, I understand that, but what you need to understand is that even at the age 40, the rim-to-rim hike is still a brutal hike, and he had a point. The other thing that happens, I was talking to this fellow who is an ultra runner, and we were talking about this whole issue of aging, and he said, one of the things you need to recognize about yourself, I think he may have also been a coach too, he said, one of the things you need to recognize about yourself is that you're a freak. And he said, I don't mean that in a negative sense. He said, you're a freak of nature. He said, I'll bet there aren't 5 people in their 70s who could do a Grand Canyon rim-to-rim hike. And that changes all the rules, which I thought was pretty interesting. But I can also tell you this. If I fell over on a heart attack on this hike today, what people who know these trails and know this trail I'm on would say is, WTF is a 74-year-old guy doing on that trail? So I wrestle with this. I just don't know what is a normal and reasonable expectation in terms of body performance for a 74-year-old who started his 75th year. Now, in terms of specifics as to why I'm probably not going to hike the Grand Canyon again, and I'm pretty certain that's not going to happen, there really are 3 reasons. The first reason is it's not a short drive. From where I live in northern Utah down to the South Rim and back home again, a round trip, is almost 1,100 miles. And that's a long way to drive to take a hike, even something as beautiful as a Grand Canyon hike. But the second reason is that I've already done the Grand Canyon hikes. At 71, I did the north to south rim. At 72, I did the dreaded south to north rim. And at 74, I did the rim to rim hike. So I've really already done the Triple Crown. And if I go back down there, likely what I'd be doing is something I've already done before. And the third reason is, if you guys have watched my videos, you know how hard I trained for these rim to rim hikes. I spend the whole summer in training in this last training cycle, in addition to regularly hiking at least once a week and taking a hike between 14 and 17 miles regularly. I took 3 hikes that were 20 miles plus. And that really is why I don't think I'm going to hike the Grand Canyon again. I don't want to dedicate another summer to training. And if I'm being truthful, honestly, when I start to do a hike that's more than 16 miles, the hike starts to get boring for me, number one. And when you do as many hikes as I did, which I think I needed to do in order to successfully hike the rim to rim, in order to do as many hikes as I do, honestly, once I get to like the middle of July, end of July, it starts feeling like work to me. So I apologize if this video was a little bit rambling, a little bit too long, but that is why I am done hiking the Grand Canyon. And I hope this answers the questions, because again, I've gotten so many DMs from people either encouraging me to go back or asking me why I'm leaving. So I hope that answers the question. In any event, once again, thank you so much for joining me on the trail. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you on my next hike.